If you want to run your business on autopilot, these are the 6 steps you need to take. Number 1, remove unimportant activities. Most of the time, instead of focusing on the long term of the business and working towards it, we as the founders, we focus more on the day-to-day activities of getting the work done, and you can also say more like firefighting. This distracts you from the main picture and it wastes a lot of your time. Instead of focusing on the day-to-day activities, you should be performing activities which are aligned towards the long-term growth or towards the long-term vision of your business. And you have to make sure all the other activities is being done by your team. So this way you can actually move way faster in your vision rather than being stagnant in your existing level. Number 2, automate your task. If there are certain activities which you cannot eliminate completely, you need to make sure you're automating that particular task. Now, there are so many methods to automate a certain task. There are systems, there are written processes, there are documentations. You can create systems using written processes, documentations, and there are so many online softwares available to do that for you. You need to understand the power of automation, and you need to automate all the tasks which are not aligned towards your long-term vision. Number 3, delegate to someone else in your team. If there are certain tasks which you cannot eliminate and you cannot automate, you should be delegating the task to someone else in your team. Someone who can do the work way better than what you can do. And if the person doesn't know how to do that, you can actually make an SOP, which is a standard operating procedure, or if you work on a laptop, you can make a screen recording of that process and you can give that to your team member so that they can learn from it and they can start executing it. So always remember, eliminate the unwanted task. If you can't do it, automate it. And if you can't automate a specific task, you can always delegate it to a team member who can do that task way better than what you can do. Number 4, document your process. If you want to make sure this activity is lifelong, you need to document all the processes that you do personally on a day-to-day basis. Once you start documenting your process, either on Google Docs or on Notion, once you start documenting, make sure it is accessible to that specific person or to that specific team in your firm. So once you make it accessible to them, even if they face a challenge in the future related to a specific task or a job, they may not come back to you because they already have these written documents, these SOPs, which will guide them to make the right decision and to perform the activity because it has been documented and it can be used anytime. Number 5, have the right people. No matter if you did everything which I said till now, if you don't have the right people on board, everything's gonna fail. You need to understand great businesses are actually people first. So you need to have the right people in your boat, and once they are equipped with the right processes, with the right documentation, with the right automation tools, these two can make wonders. So always make sure you have the right people. And to get the right people, you need to understand this one line: hire slow, fire fast. When you're hiring someone, you take your own time, make sure you're hiring the right person, but when you're firing someone, you need to do it as soon as possible, because one wrong hire can drastically bring down your company. The 6th and the last point, which is a very crucial point: give power to others. As entrepreneurs, we always think that we need to make all the decisions in our firm, but you need to understand, once you give these powers to your team members, they will have more responsibilities and they also have the deciding power, because what happens is, once they have the deciding power, you are only focused on the decisions that will create a long-term impact on your business. All the day-to-day tasks or the short-term decisions should be taken by your team members. So this will help you make lesser decisions, but the most important decisions, while at the same time making sure the firm grows, because your team members will have the authority, the responsibility and the power to make the right decisions. Even if they don't make the right decisions in the initial stage, it's your responsibility to guide them so that they don't repeat the same mistake again. Once you give the right responsibility to the right person and you have all the systems and processes in place, you're rest assured your business will grow like crazy. Once you do that and the rest of the things are taken care by these 6 steps, your business can do wonders.